Hey, I'm Bruce Cook, and today I'm going to be doing a little review or a fun pepper eating video. I thought this would be worth making just because of how silly this is. This is Carolina Reaper. As you probably noticed in the thumbnail picture, how small this thing is. This is probably maybe twice the size of a pea. You've seen it next to the quarter. In fact, I'll just do it right here on video. This will give you an idea of truly how small this Carolina Reaper is. In some of my past videos, I showed the Reaper plant that I have indoors and only had 2 peppers on it. I ate the 1 pepper on one of my videos a couple weeks ago because it was the first Carolina Reaper I ever ate that I grew myself. And I pointed to the other pepper that was on the plant, which was really small. All the peppers that started, that were baby peppers, that were growing when after the half the leaves fell off on my plant. It seems like the lack of leaves stunted the growth of all those peppers, but the peppers nevertheless still matured and ripened and all that. I also have a Primotali plant back there that's riddled with peppers, but they're really small. One reason why I thought this might be worth making is the fact that I was packing up 4 of my Primotali peppers to send off to a couple of pro paintballers that I'm a huge fan of. And I clipped another 5th pepper off the plant that was about equal size to the ones I sent them. And tried it, and I just wanted to make sure the peppers were gonna bring enough heat that I thought it would be worth their while. And boy, that Primotali was a bomb. It seemed like its growth being stunted did not hold that plant back from putting a lot of heat into that pepper. Usually, if you eat a smaller pepper of the same variety, you might get less of a burn because the capsaicin would still be just as concentrated in those peppers, the smaller ones. But usually you would expect a much higher volume of capsaicin in a larger pepper, just as concentrated but higher volume. So you would obviously get more capsaicin in your mouth. But when I ate that small Primotali, I swear you not, that was the most violent burn I've ever gotten from a pepper. I ate, a couple of my videos, I ate full-size Primotali peppers, one with the 3 pepper challenge, and then the first one I made, eating my first Primotali, and that little tiny Primotali that I ate still brought me up to a 7 out of 10. I mean, it was wicked. So I know those pro paintballers, it's Brian Greenspan and another pro paintballer named Kyle Spica. They got a YouTube channel. They did a spicy food challenge not too long ago, the peanut brutal challenge, and I was trying to convince him that he should try eating just a full super hot pepper. And I swore to him that if he did that, it would be hotter than something like the peanut brutal challenge, because unless your spicy food challenge includes like pepper extract or pure capsaicin, which can bring the heat level of those products up and well past what the peak that you'll get from a pepper. Unless you're doing a spicy food challenge like that, eating just a full straight up super hot pepper by itself is going to bring a higher burn than those food challenges, because obviously when you're doing those food challenges, they only have super hot pepper powders on them. You have food diluting those pepper powders when you're chewing them and ingesting them and all that. He thought maybe the peanut brutal challenge, there would be no way that a pepper could be hotter, but after eating that small Primotali pepper, I know it's going to be a nice challenge for them. So I guess they're supposed to be doing the challenge maybe Tuesday this upcoming week. They just the package I sent to them just made it to their post office yesterday, and they're going to be picking it up and then Hopefully doing the challenge Tuesday. But anyways, since that little Primotali pepper, this is the point I was trying to get to. Since that little Primotali pepper packs so much punch, I thought maybe this little Carolina Reaper would, would give me a little bit of burn. There's no point in me including this with my other peppers to make hot sauces in the near future. I mean, it's just so small. I thought I might as well have fun with it. I thought it'd just be, silly because of how small this thing is. But we're gonna try this little thing. As I said, this is like the size of a couple peas. But we're gonna try this, and well, actually, let me get do a close up on the camera. The other Reaper I had didn't have a tail on it. This one does. It looks like the way. Hopefully, this thing will focus. Let me get the light out of here. I don't know if that's. You can see a little tail on it. I was just waiting for this thing to ripen before I messed with it. But this definitely looks like a typical Carolina Reaper. It's just way smaller than what you normally get. But here you go. That tastes like a Carolina Reaper. That's that distinct Reaper flavor. I'm getting a little bit of burn right off the bat. It's not at a 1 yet, though. It's at a 1 now. I'm already swallowing. I can tell you right off the bat that Primotali pepper was so much hotter than this, but that's not to say that the Primotali on average is that much hotter than the Reaper. I think it just had to do with how well the capsaicin matured in the peppers, and this Reaper, I'm barely at a 1. I was already at like a 3 or 4 by this time when I ate that tiny Primotali pepper a couple days ago, or a few days ago. And that pepper was it was freaking awful. I almost actually needed relief from that one little Primotali. So, all right, so it's a tiny bit past a 1 out of 10 for me right now. It crept up just so slowly. When it hit a 1, for me to say it's just past a 1. I'm not sure this is gonna get really any hotter. I get a little bit of little tiny bit of tingling on the top right side of my tongue. A little bit of heat all around under my tongue, which I get all the time when I'm eating these superhots. The bottom side of the tip of my tongue, I got a little bit of tingling out of that. I'm getting a little tiny bit of itsy bitsy bit of chest burn. Oh yeah, and I have a little funny story to tell you. I was at a little Christmas party. My coworker took me to his family's house. They did a Christmas party, and one of the things they made was like a salsa that was made from serrano peppers. And this is so weird because this doesn't happen to me with any of the super hots, but it happens with the mild peppers. I haven't had a serrano pepper in a few years. I've eaten them whole before. And I remember, before I had the tolerance after, eating all these super hots, peppers like serranos used to burn the crap out of me. I used to challenge myself every once in a while in the past, like eating habaneros, either, just by myself or doing challenges with friends, eating habaneros, which I've actually been doing since I was 13 years old. That was back in the mid-90s. It just goes to tell you, like, how long I've been a fan of eating straight peppers, and I've always been a huge fan of hot sauces and all that since I was a little kid. But I wanted, just remembering the last time I ate a serrano, which I remember had my lips lit up on fire the last time I had eaten one before I had this bigger tolerance for hot stuff that I have now. And I remember needing milk and everything, so I wanted to see what it was like to eat a serrano again. And now I didn't get too much heat in my mouth. There was a tiny bit of tingling, but what I got that I almost never get with super hots is a wicked burn in my chest down here, like an acid indigestion feeling. And shutting that light off changed the lighting. I think you can see just fine. But I mean, boy, it was torturing me on the inside right here. you know, like I had too much, you know, stomach acids going up into my chest or something. I mean, it was bad enough that I would not have been comfortable with eating a second one. It was a delicious pepper, but I mean, I get that with the Thai peppers. Like I grew Thai peppers last year. I got some pretty wicked chest burn. Cayenne peppers did it to me. I'd say the Thai peppers were the worst when it came to the chest burn. But yeah, after so many years of not eating serrano pepper, I wanted to try it out again, and boy, I mean, it lit my chest up in here. But I had a really good time. That was honestly probably the first present. Like I'd gotten like 2 or 3 presents while I was there. It was the first time I'd ever gotten a present for Christmas in probably like 15 years. You know, given my lifestyle when I was up in New York, and a lot of my family, you know, we're struggling with the same things. So we just didn't have money to celebrate Christmas. I mean, I know my sister, my brother, you know, they put up Christmas trees and stuff like that. I'll be over there. I mean, it ain't a big deal to me. I mean, I'm almost 40 years old. It's not a huge deal to me that I haven't had Christmas presents in like a decade and a half. It's no big deal. But I thought it was really special. You know, my coworker, Mike at Wildfire, you know, he got me a couple things, and that made me feel really good. One of his nephews gave me a present. I really enjoyed that. Thank you, Carson. And one of his other family members. I wasn't told who did it. They got me a really nice or set of socks. So I really appreciate stuff like that. When I was a kid, I did not care for opening presents that had clothes in them. Now I love it. You know, more clothes the better. But anyways, the Reaper. I'm already forgetting about that. I got heat wise, it's down to almost 0 again. I still have a little bit of tingling on my left side of my bottom lip. But heat's almost gone away. I was thinking, maybe, you know, I'm thinking I'm gonna clip one of my small Primotali peppers. I need to make this video a little more exciting. I wish I'd have thought of this before, because I need a thumbnail picture. I'm not gonna pick one that's too big. I'm gonna have to rinse it off. It's gonna take me a second to get back to the camera. Oh, here we go. Okay. Alright, this... let me turn the light on. Okay, this just came off my Primotali plant. It's not another one of those Reapers, I promise you. It's, that Reaper plant only had 2 on it anyways. So, I'll be back. I gotta rinse this off. I did hit my plants up with neem oil yesterday. I'm back. I did hit my plants up with neem oil yesterday, and that's not something you want to be ingesting. I want to grab my phone so I can take a thumbnail. A picture of this. Actually taking a thumbnail is going to be a problem, because I already took a thumbnail of the Reaper pepper, and I don't have editing software on my computer. I'm just going to have to add it into the title. Now, the Primotali that I ate the other day that I said was so hot was bigger than this. It was like 3 times the size of this. But this thing is so small, and it's fully ripened. It's just an our pepper. There's no point in me throwing it in the freezer with the other Primotali's that I've been saving up to make hot sauces with. But we'll try this one out, see if I can get a better burn. Got the Primotali flavor. Right off the bat, that is way hotter than that Carolina Reaper. That's attacking the throat. I'm already at a 1. Actually, right now, it's not above what the Reaper was at its peak yet. It climbed a lot faster. And also, after eating that Reaper, you know, my tolerance would have come up just a little bit. So that would dull the effects of me eating this Primotali. versus if I ate the Primotali first. So I don't know how this would have felt to me if I had eaten this first, but it's at a 1. I thought this thing was going to be way hotter just because of how quickly it climbed, but it stopped. Wow, it's actually, the heat's going away quick. I had a lot of heat all of a sudden hit my throat when I swallowed that, but the throat burn is dissipating quickly. Tiny bit of heat again under the left side underneath my tongue. I'm not tearing up or anything. I think I might be sweating a little bit. I don't know. I think I feel a little bit in my scalp. I don't think my skin feels like it's sweating. That's a little bit of sweat right here. I just rubbed freaking pepper juice on my forehead. That's gonna be fun. I feel like I got a little sunburn. But, yeah, the heat's about the same as what that little Reaper was. But, anyways, I thought I'd just make a fun video. Eating, well, I guess 2 really tiny peppers. You know, the Carolina Reaper and then the Primotali. So, hope you enjoyed, and I'll put up another video when I can think of something new to do. And I guess until then, hope you enjoyed, and have a Merry Christmas this weekend. Stay safe out there.